A woman from Cape Town has sparked a fierce national debate just days before South Africa's the 30th of June anti-illegal immigration marches. While many demand stricter immigration enforcement, she argues that foreign nationals are fathers, mothers, partners, and providers within South African communities. Is this compassion, law enforcement, national security, or all three?
Especially what happened, no, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
And then after, no, I don't like it.
Why?
And then after that,
Why don't you like the marches?
the people must go. And then after that, we have children from the foreigners. And then after that, the foreigners must go. Who's going to support the child? I can't support the child alone. So the foreigners must go. So it's better. Take the foreigners, take the child with the foreigner, with him.
Yes, thank you, everyone. I'm in South Africa now. I want to use this opportunity to tell the government of South Africa, those one in Dudula, saying all the foreigners, they are illegal. Me, I use SA government plane. So if you know the person that used government plane to be in your country, South Africa, what he required, use this platform to contact me. I need my papers here. I need my ID. It's not all the foreigners is illegal here. There is nobody I can jump from Nigeria to be in South Africa. So this is my platform. If the government that is chasing foreigners away get this message, use it to contact me. Go and verify me. If my name is not in those one come to 2009 in South Africa, up till now, you people turn everything upside down. Everybody is illegal foreigner. I am not illegal foreigner. My name is Chukwuemeka Daniel Onyachonam. I reside in South Africa. I'm not going anywhere. This is Africa. I'm in my mother's land. I'm not a foreigner. Did you understand me? So I use this opportunity to thank everyone that is upon that Africa will be one. All this in border, there is no border in Europe. So I don't know what make me now to start saying this. And I see somebody talking about block all our border, do this and this. Who give you the border? Who create the border? So, thank you. Don't mind my voice. Don't mind my voice. Somebody push me to speak like this, talking about border. Did I use border? I use SA plane, government plane. That's what I use. Thank you. So if you want to verify me, or verify me and give me what is required to stay in South Africa, verify me. Thank you. I'm posting it now so that it will reach everyone. Help me to share this video so that it will reach Home Affairs, all the people that is giving paper. Share it to reach them. I need my document now. Thank you. 16 years in a country, nothing to show. A child that is 16 years already, I'm already doing pata-pata. What are we trying to let the world know? That somebody in Africa will not have paper and charging foreigner. Can this thing happen in Europe? It cannot happen in Europe. Thank you very much. Thank you. Get me well and hear me well. I need my paper here. Thank you.
As South Africa continues to move closer to the much-discussed the 30th of June deadline, one issue continues to dominate public conversations, political platforms, community meetings, and even family discussions: the issue of illegal and undocumented foreign nationals. It is a conversation that has become increasingly emotional, increasingly political, and increasingly difficult to navigate. Because there are South Africans who look beyond documents and paperwork. They see husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, and breadwinners. They see relationships, families, and children whose lives are directly affected by whatever decisions government eventually makes. You might be wondering whether this is perhaps a scripted scene, an emotional exaggeration, or simply someone speaking in the heat of the moment. But as the 30th of June deadline continues to dominate headlines, more uncertainty, more fear, and more questions continue to emerge from ordinary South Africans whose lives have become intertwined with this issue. Among them is a woman from Cape Town whose concerns are not necessarily about politics, legislation or border control. Her concern is much closer to home. Her concern is family. To some people, the man she is referring to may simply be an undocumented foreign national. To her, however, he is something completely different. He is a father, he is a provider, he is somebody connected to her family, he is somebody connected to her children's future. And this is where the immigration debate becomes complicated. Because while governments deal with laws, borders, permits and documentation, ordinary people deal with relationships, households and realities on the ground. Her frustration appears to be rooted in a fear shared by many families across the country. What happens when immigration enforcement collides with family life? What happens when a legal decision has emotional consequences? What happens when a father is viewed by authorities as undocumented while a child views him simply as dad? These are difficult questions. At the same time, emotions alone cannot determine national policy. Every sovereign nation has immigration laws. Every sovereign nation establishes conditions under which foreign nationals may enter, live, work or remain within its borders. And sometimes the enforcement of those laws creates painful consequences for individuals and families. That reality is not unique to South Africa. It happens across the world. Yet despite these realities, many South Africans continue to argue that compassion and family circumstances should be taken into account when discussing immigration enforcement. But not everyone shares this perspective. In fact, there are others who view the issue from a completely different angle. For them, the debate is not primarily about relationships. It is about law, security, accountability, and national interests. And this brings us to another powerful voice in this conversation. A voice that has consistently maintained that undocumented immigration is not merely an administrative issue. A voice that views it primarily as a national security concern. Let us listen.
Well, I think anyone who actually undermines the plight of South Africans, their cries around being victims of illegal foreigners, honestly, is totally unacceptable. Personally, as Herman Mashaba, I take serious exception to this, that these are people who are insensitive. When our people are complaining about the effects of illegal undocumented foreigners, because when these criminals come into this country, they don't go to Sandton or Waterloo. They start here in Alexander in Soweto. So when people of Soweto or Khomashu complain, you behind the big walls and having your own private security, you don't really feel it. I take serious exception to that. I live in Sandton, but I've got family here for generations. I've got family in Soweto, I've got family in Amanskra who are victims of these criminals, because they're criminals, because anyone who came into our country illegally is a criminal. Because what's a criminal? A criminal is someone who breaks the law of a country. Whether you're a South African or not, if you break the law, you're a criminal. So I'm not prepared to treat them any other way. So there is a genuine cry out there. We're asking this GNU, we're asking Cyril Ramaphosa to bring leadership. Please deport these people. I see there is obviously at the moment cries for South Africans that these people must leave this country by end of June this year. I really hope and pray that our government can heed the call of South Africans, get these people to go back to their countries. We sit in a country where we have the highest sustainable unemployment rate in the world. We're the mega capital of the world. Let me tell you something that is personal to me. 2 days ago, my aunt at the age of 82 was raped, brutally raped and killed. We're burying her on Sunday in Amanskra. I'm not giving you something that happens to someone else. 82-year-old on her own. The manner in which she was killed, raped, and for anyone to tell me I must be comfortable with this. And I'm not saying for foreign nationals are uninvolved, but the level of, we've got high levels of crime. So we want people of the world, please leave us alone so that we can deal with our own problems. Now you can imagine when someone like me is sharing you with this horror story. If you don't believe me, come to the family in Amaskral on Sunday when we bury it, you know. So I'm not really telling you something that happened in 1652. I'm telling you something that happens now. Now with all these challenges that we are facing, a country where 59 people are being murdered each and every single day, and now you expect me and us as South Africans, we must take care of people from Bangladesh, from Pakistan. It's not going to happen. So as a Section SA, we're on the side of South Africans, the pleas of all the South Africans, and we hope and pray that our government can be sensitive, ensure that these people leave our country by June this year. If not, we are going to encourage our people to vote them out so that they give us the powers as Section SA, so that one day we can take over national government. When we take over national government, I can tell you, mass deportation is going.
Unlike the woman from Cape Town who spoke from a family perspective, Herman Mashaba approaches the issue from a leadership and security perspective. His position has remained largely consistent over the years. He argues that undocumented immigration poses serious risks to communities and that immigration laws must be enforced decisively. According to Mashaba, South Africa cannot effectively deal with crime, service delivery challenges and economic pressures while simultaneously failing to address undocumented migration. In making his case, he references painful experiences, including the tragic case involving his elderly aunt who was raped and murdered. Although he acknowledges uncertainty regarding the nationality of those responsible, he uses the example to illustrate broader concerns around community safety and vulnerability. His argument is clear. For him, the issue is not primarily about emotions. It is about protecting citizens, restoring order, and ensuring that laws are respected. Whether people agree with him or disagree with him, there is no denying that his position resonates with a significant segment of South African society. And now we arrive at perhaps the most fascinating part of this entire discussion. What we have here are two South African voices speaking about the same issue. Both acknowledge the presence of undocumented foreign nationals. Both recognize that immigration is a serious matter. Both believe action is necessary. Yet they arrive at completely different conclusions. One voice is speaking from a family perspective. The other is speaking from a security perspective. One sees a father and provider. The other sees a governance and enforcement challenge. One fears separation. The other fears instability. One is driven by compassion. The other is driven by caution. Neither side exists in isolation. Both represent real concerns that exist within South African communities today. And perhaps that is why this debate remains so difficult. Because this is no longer simply a discussion about immigration. It has become a discussion about identity, about national sovereignty, about family, about economic pressures, about social cohesion, about law, and about the future direction South Africa wishes to take. The uncomfortable reality is that emotions and security concerns are now occupying the same space, often pulling society in opposite directions. As South Africa moves closer to the 30th of June deadline, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The immigration debate is no longer confined to politicians and government officials. It has entered homes, it has entered relationships, it has entered communities, and it has become one of the most emotionally charged conversations in the country today. The question now is not whether people care about the issue. Clearly they do. The question is which path South Africa should follow. Should the emphasis be on compassion and family realities? Should the emphasis be on law enforcement and national security? Or is there a middle ground capable of addressing both concerns without sacrificing either? As always, the conversation continues. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with the woman from Cape Town? Do you agree with the Nigerian man who says he is not going anywhere? Or do you agree with Herman Mashaba's position that undocumented foreign nationals must leave? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, thank you for watching.